Unlock the secret to a stress-free cruise. Don't make this common boarding mistake. Hey, dear! Everyone does the same thing after boarding a cruise ship. They rush. They rush to the buffet. They rush to the pool deck. They rush to drop their bags. They rush to take photos before the crowds hit. And almost nobody does the one thing that actually determines how smooth or frustrating the rest of their cruise will be. I'm serious. This one move can save you hours of waiting, prevent missed reservations, help you avoid sold-out experiences, and even improve your dining and excursion options. And yet, almost no one does it. I didn't do it on my first few cruises either. I'd boarded, grabbed food, explored the ship, and thought I was doing everything right. Then by day 2, I was standing in line at guest services trying to fix things that could have been handled in the first 30 minutes on board. In 2026, with ships sailing fuller than ever and more activities requiring reservations, this matters more than it used to. So what's the first thing you should actually do after boarding? Before the buffet, before the pool, before the sail-away party, you go straight to the reservations and guest services desks. And here's why that small decision changes everything. The biggest mistake people make on embarkation day is thinking they have time. You board at noon. The ship doesn't sail until late afternoon. Your cabin might not even be ready yet. It feels like there's no rush. But behind the scenes, there absolutely is. The moment passengers start boarding, reservations begin disappearing in real time. Specialty dining slots, prime showtimes, chef's table experiences, behind-the-scenes tours, limited capacity tastings, thermal spa passes, even dining time changes. Yes, some of this can be booked before your cruise, but not everything, and not every time slot. There are always cancellations, onboard-only availability, and last-minute openings that don't show up until embarkation day. Experienced cruisers know this. They head straight to the dining or entertainment desk before doing anything else, because once the ship is full, flexibility disappears. One traveler on a fully booked Caribbean sailing waited until day 2 to book the steakhouse. The only times left were 9:30 p.m. on the final night, or nothing at all. Had they gone on boarding day, there were multiple early evening options. The same thing happens with shows. On newer ships especially, production shows now require reservations. If you wait, you might get stuck with the least convenient time or miss out completely. And yes, the cruise app sometimes works, but on embarkation day, thousands of passengers log in at once. Systems lag, reservations glitch, slots vanish while you're refreshing the screen. Going in person early gives you control. Boarding day doesn't feel competitive, but it quietly is. The passengers who secure their plans first end up relaxing the most later. Here's exactly what you do. The moment you board, instead of heading to the buffet or pool deck, you walk straight to specialty dining reservations, entertainment reservations, shore excursion desk, guest services. If you need adjustments, you handle everything in one shot. It usually takes about 20 to 30 minutes, and that small window gives you control over the rest of your week. You can lock in ideal dinner times instead of whatever's left over. You can secure prime show seating before it fills up. You can confirm excursion meeting times and make swaps if something doesn't fit your schedule. You can fix drink package mistakes, dining preferences, cabin requests, or billing questions, while lines are short and staff still have flexibility. Because here's what happens if you wait. By day 2, lines are longer. By day 3, options are limited. By day 4, the answer is often no. One couple shared that they wanted to switch from late dining to early dining. On embarkation day, the hostess told them there were still open tables. They decided to think about it. The next afternoon, those spots were gone. That 30-minute delay cost them dinner at 9:15 p.m. every night. Another cruiser missed out on a behind-the-scenes galley tour because they assumed it could be booked anytime during the week. It sold out before sail-away. The smartest cruisers don't start vacation mode immediately. They secure first, then they relax. Handle your reservations early, and the rest of your cruise feels effortless. So if this move is so smart, why doesn't everyone do it? Because boarding day is emotional. You've been waiting for this trip for months. The music is playing, the crew is cheering, you finally step onto the ship, and all you want to do is celebrate. The buffet smells good, the pool deck looks inviting. The sail-away party is being set up. Standing in another line feels like the last thing you want to do. But here's the reality. That short line now prevents 3 longer lines later. Guest services lines are at their shortest during the first wave of boarding. Most people haven't discovered issues yet. They're exploring, they're eating, they're taking photos. By day 3, that desk can have 20 people waiting if you need to adjust an excursion because of weather, switch dining times, correct a billing issue, or ask about an onboard credit that didn't apply. You'll be competing with hundreds of other passengers who waited. And timing matters more than people think. Staff have more flexibility on day 1. Inventory is open, tables are available, seats haven't been assigned. Systems aren't locked in yet. By mid-cruise, the options narrow. One cruiser mentioned they tried to change a show reservation on day 4. The entertainment staff told them every performance was fully booked. Had they asked on boarding day, they could have secured a better night. Most people wait because they assume there's no rush, but the first 2 hours on board are the most powerful window of the entire trip. Use it wisely, and everything feels easier after that. Here's something most cruisers only learn the hard way. Small issues become big issues if you wait. Maybe your dining time isn't what you requested. Maybe your onboard credit didn't apply. Maybe your drink package isn't showing up correctly. Maybe your cabin configuration isn't set up the way you asked. On boarding day, these are easy fixes. Staff still have flexibility, systems aren't fully locked, tables haven't all been assigned, excursions still have room, managers are available. By day 3 or 4, everything tightens up. I've seen passengers spend an hour in line trying to fix something that could have been handled in 5 minutes. On day 1, one traveler realized their prepaid gratuities were charged twice. They didn't notice until midweek. Guest services corrected it. But it took time, paperwork, and multiple visits. If they had reviewed their account right after boarding, it would have been resolved immediately. Another couple found out their excursion overlapped with a specialty dining reservation. On day 1, that swap would have been simple. On day 4, both were fully booked. Cruise ships operate on capacity and timing. Once something fills up, it rarely reopens. Handling everything early gives you options. Waiting gives you fewer. It's not exciting, it's not glamorous, but it prevents stress later. Let's be fair. If you pre-booked every dinner, every excursion, every show, if you're perfectly happy with anytime dining, if you don't care about specialty restaurants, if you're not planning spa treatments or limited capacity experiences, then you probably don't need to rush anyway. But most cruisers don't fall into that category. Most people want at least one great dinner, one primetime show, one memorable experience that requires a reservation. And that's where this matters, because the people who secure their week first spend the rest of the cruise relaxed. The people who don't often spend part of their vacation adjusting, negotiating, or settling. The first thing you should do after boarding isn't exciting. It's not photogenic. It won't make your friends jealous on social media, but it quietly improves your entire cruise. Secure your reservations, confirm your plans, fix small issues early, then go enjoy the buffet. Because once the ship sails, availability only goes down, not up. So next time you board, resist the instinct to rush to the food or the pool. Take 30 minutes, handle your week, then relax knowing everything is locked in. If this helped, the next video breaks down what most passengers waste money on during the first 24 hours on board, and that one mistake alone can cost you more than you think. So yeah, subscribe and see you there in the cruise.